I'm Harry. I've just finished the AS course for English language.
And I'm Tom, and I've just finished the Year 12 AS course as well.
Okay, so the transition from GCSE to AS, do you think it was easy or difficult?
Personally, I found it quite difficult because there's a lot more detail you need to put in your work to make it AS standard compared to GCSE. It's just more complex, really.
There's also a lot more work to do in terms of the AS than there is at GCSE. At GCSE, you've got 2 years to do not a great amount of work, whereas at AS it's quick-paced and packed in.
How would you say the lessons and study are different at Key Stage 5 compared to Key Stage 4?
I found that there was a lot more independent work, so you had to do things by yourself. It's not all pointed out and guided by the teacher so much. There's quite a lot of independent studies that go on.
Yeah, you need to have quite a bit of background knowledge on the subject as well. Like, where teachers tell you to go and do something, you'd have to go and do it yourself.
Why do you think students only select 4 subjects at AS?
I do that one. Just the freedom, really, because there was a lot of workload this year, whereas last year it's evenly spread between 9 courses, quite a heavy amount on just 4 now, so just concentrating on that.
It's also the fact you've only got 1 year to do 4 harder exams. I mean, there's a lot more work, so you have a lot more lessons over the short period of time, whereas last year you might have only had 2 English lessons a week. There's 4 for each different AS course.
Have you got any advice on managing private study time and developing a more independent learning style?
I found it really helped to keep notes of the work that you're about to do, like what you've been told to do, because it's quite easy to forget about it because there's quite a lot.
Attempt your own independent study and reading around the subject, so you get to know a bit more detail about the subject itself.
Also, if you set out what you're going to do, making a plan. I didn't really pick that up until this year, but it helps. It's pretty vital.
Next question, please.
Would you recommend any particular resources?
Definitely the library.
Yeah, we both found that the library works really well because you say you do revision at home, but it's a lot easier to get distracted.
Yeah, and with the amount of frees you got, you can just come into school, then just spend quite a bit of time in the library and do work you need to do for the lesson there as well.
There's also a lot of the lessons' PowerPoints are placed on the VLE as well, so if you miss some things or you're not particularly strong, there's often other things you can go read or work on.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Harry and Tom.
Thank you.
Wave bye.